Okay, this is the foundation paper for the 5th of November 2009, hour and a half. It's the non-calculator one. Question number 1, reading off a graph. Not too bad at all. What was the temperature at 2 p.m? Just simply read up from 2 p.m. and you'll see it's 13. What was the highest temperature? Its highest is 15. So the highest temperature was 15 degrees. At what time was a temperature of 11.5 recorded? So 11.5 is between 11 and 12. So read across and you should get 7 p.m. Don't forget the p.m. And describe the change in temperature from 3 p.m. till 8 p.m. It fell from 15 to 11. So I've quoted some numbers I've read from the chart, and that is a fall of 4 degrees. Question number 2. Write the number 3,104 in words. So that number to the nearest 100, it rounds up to 2,500, and the value of the 4 is 34,200. So it's 4,000. There's a coach. 27 people were on the coach, 18 people get off and 15 people get on. So how many now are on it? So what I've done is subtracted the 18 who got off, and then so that leaves 9 people on it. So I've added on the 15 that got on, so that leaves you with 24. Next one, what's a third of 24? Divide it by 3, just gives you 8. Question number 4, pictogram. The key is the important bit here. Those little wheel things represent 8 bicycles. I've written in some of them 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. That's 4 because it's a half. That's 6 because it's 3/4. So Tuesday, there's 3 of them, 8 at 8 at 8, or 3 8s is 24. On Wednesday, it's a full 8, it's a full 8, and it's a half of 1, so it's 8 at 8 out of 4, which is 20. 16 on Friday and 28 on Saturday, so 16 is 2 of them and 28 is 3 and a half of them. Question number 5, some coordinates. Point A, that is at 2, 4 along the corridor up the stairs. Point B, again -3, 1, because it's back along the corridor and up the stairs in that case. And mark on the point 0, -2, so 0, -2, so it's there. That's point C. Question number 6. The value, she wants to make 8p, 5p, 2p, 1p. That's the only way you can make it. Next one, she got the same 5 coins. What's the smallest amount of money she could make? Take the smallest one, so 1p, 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 then a couple of 2p's, and it's 7p. And the highest amount, do the opposite, take the 3 most valuable coins, then top it up with the 2p's, so it should give you 19p. Question number 7. Put these numbers in order. Well, there you go. I'll just leave that on the screen. Press pause if you want. Okay, next one. Measure the line. 6.7 centimetres. The mark scheme says from 6.6 to 6.8, so anywhere in between there is fine. Measure 3 centimetres from point A, so it is there. That's what my cross is. Next question, question number 9. Rotational symmetry. That's how many times can you turn it around and it will click back into itself. And because it's got 5 sides, the answer is 5. Draw a line of symmetry on this pentagon up here. So the line of symmetry, there's a few you can do. The one I'd do, because it's probably the simplest, is to go straight down the middle, which is there. That's a line of symmetry. You could have also had it going down that way as well, or down that way, but that's just the easiest one. I don't know why I do anything different. Reflect the shape in the mirror line. There you go, reflected. I've shaded it in just to make it clear. Question number 10. Right, it's a bit of bid mass work. I've written there what bid mass is in case you can't remember. Just pause that and have a look. So 3 times 4 is 12. Add the 5, you should get 17. So it's 17. Next one, do your multiplication first, because you've got to do multiplication first. So 2 times 4 is 8. 8 take away 8 is 0. That's where the noughts come from. Do your brackets first. So 2 times 3 is 6. 42 divided by 6 is 7. So that's my 7. Change 2.5 centimetres to millimetres. You can even have a look at your ruler on this one. 2.5 centimetres. Let's zoom in. Here we go. Well, that's 1 centimetre, 2 centimetres, half centimetres. Count the little ones up. There is 25 of them. 10, 25 to there. Change 2 kilograms to grams. One thing it's worth remembering here, kilo is actually Latin for the word 1,000. So 2 kilograms literally means 2,000 grams. So 2,000 grams. Next one, this got to add up to 100. So do 100, take away that, take away that, take away that, and you leaves you with 15. Highest percentage sales of salt and vinegar. 25% as a fraction. Well, some of you might know 25% is a quarter, so you write a quarter, or you can put 25 over 100 and simplify it to 1 over 4. The school sold 200 packets of crisps that week. Calculate how many packets of cheese and onion were sold. Well, cheese and onion accounted for 20% of the sales, so 20% of 200. Because it's a non-calculated one, work out 10%, then add them up, you should get 40. Question number 13. Reading some scales. Use the scale to find an estimate for 200 millilitres in fluid ounces. 200 millilitres fluid ounces, 6, 7, 8. So the answer is 7. 4 fluid ounces in millilitres. So here's the fluid ounces. It's not on one. It's not an easy one. This I think that there is 150. So I thought that there was probably about 110. So that's why I put 110. Read these scales, that's between 40 and 50, 40 and 60 rather, so that will be 50 in the middle there, so 40, 50, 60. And the next one, it goes to 20 to 40, I think 30 would be about there, so estimating what that's pointing out, I think it's about, there's my 30, I think it's around 22, the mark scheme will accept 21 to 23. Question number 14, here you go. Draw an accurate sketch of the triangle. Well, that's the triangle. It's labelled 8 and 4. So put your right angle in, make it as neat, use a ruler and a pencil, label it, 3 marks. Question number 15. Probability she takes a white chocolate. Well, it says there's 7 in the box. It says 4 are white, so it's 4 out of 7. If there's 7 in the box and 4 are white, that means 3 must be dark chocolate. So the probability she takes a dark chocolate is 3 out of 7. Next one, adding fractions. The trick to this is make the bottom number the same. So what do 8 and 4 both go into? Well, they both go into 8. 3 over 8 stays as 3 over 8. A quarter is actually the same as 2/8. And I know that because I've multiplied the top and bottom by 2. So when you've got the bottom number the same, you just add the top numbers. 3 add 2 is 5 over 8, and you can't simplify it. Question 17. The photocopying, there's a little rule here they put in a box. She needs 15 photocopies, so number of photocopies is 15, and a copy rate of 6p. So the total charge is 15 times 6p, which is 90p. The next one you need to, that's for colour photocopying. The one below you need to work out the rate per copy for black and white photocopying. It says here the total charge is 75p. It says here we make 25 copies, so you're left with the equation 25 times what is 75, and you probably work it out 25 times 3 is 75, so that's 3p. Next one, 18, it's playing around with the decimal points here. Well, we're told that 74 times 324 is 17,316. We've got to work some other bits and pieces out here. This one, you put an extra naught on the end, because you'll notice that 234 is the same, but 74 is 10 times bigger. So that means that'll be 10 times bigger, so you put a naught on. And here it's 74 is the same, but this has been made smaller because the decimal point has been bumped along twice. So you'll bump the decimal point here along twice. So it'll be 173.16. Question number 19. Drawing a linear graph. Put your values in here. I always start from this side that I'm pointing at now. 2 times x, x is the top row, look, so 2 times 3 is 6, add the 2 gives you 8. 2 times 2 is 4, add 2 gives you 6, 2 times 1 is 2, add 2 gives you 4. You notice it's going down in 2s. Plot those points on the graph, so it should look something like that. Make sure you draw it with a straight line. If you have a point that, for example, is over here, so I'll just draw that on, if that's one of your answers, you know that's wrong. That is wrong, because it should always be a straight line. Use your graph to find out the value of y when x is minus 1.5. So this is the x-axis here. This one, well, I've got the x next to it. So go to x is 1.5, which is here. Then go down, hit the line, and come across. So make y equal to minus 1. And the value of x from y is 7. Well, this one's the y-axis. Go up to 7. come across, hit the line and come down, and you get the answer 2.5. And you should be able to see that I've drawn those lines on. Question number 20, bearings. Measure the bearing of B from A. So it's coming from A. So we're measuring this direction there. So that's what I want, and it's 59 degrees. Another mass, C, is on a bearing of 160 from B. So that means that this angle here has got to be 160 degrees. And it says it's 4 centimetres away. So all I've done is mark that with my protractor. Then I've drawn a line that is 4 centimetres long and marked it there with a C. Question 21. A little bit of pie chart work here. Sally says in 2004 we won more bronze medals than gold medals. Is she right? Well, this is 2004. She is correct, because look, bronze makes up a bigger part of the pie chart than gold. So in this year here we did win more bronze than gold. Ben says, just below it, the number of silver medals won in 1996 is more than the number of silver medals won in 2004, and he could be wrong. What they're on about is Ben's saying that we won more silver medals here in 1996 because it makes up a bigger piece of the pie chart. He could be wrong. We do not know how many medals we won in 2004 and 1996. We could have, for example, only won 10 medals here, so 5 or maybe 6 of them would have been silver. We could have won 100 medals here, so if, say, a quarter of them, 25 could have been silver. So the answer is we do not know how many medals we won in 2004 or 2006. Question number 22. Plot these points on a line graph. Just follow it up, plot the points, do it with a pencil and a ruler, join them up, there you go. Question number 23. Work that out, show all your workings. I've done the grid method, I'll zoom in so you can see it. There you go. Next one, enlarge that shape. Well, if it's 1 by scale factor 3, well, if it's 1 high, it'll be 3 high, and if it's 2 along, it'll be 6 along. So that's what I've done there. Question 25. Reflect T in the y-axis. This is the y-axis going down here. So you can either use tracing paper or you can just flip it over there. That's where it would end up. And the bottom one there, rotate T in the y-axis. This is where reflect Q. Rotate Q 90 degrees around centre O. So this is your centre of rotation here. A lot of you probably been using tracing paper for this. You put your tracing paper on, you draw around it, and you sketch down to, and you rotate it around. I'll just get some tracing paper to show you. You put your tracing paper on like that, you can still see through it. Draw around your shape, which is roughly there. Put your pen on the origin, on Q, and rotate it a quarter of a turn, and you see it ends up there, and I've already drawn it on. So that's that one. 5 marks for both of those. Okay, keep going. What's wrong with this questionnaire? It says write down 2 things. I've done loads of things. There's no option for spending nothing. The option boxes overlap, because what would you tick if you spent 5 quid? That one or that one. There's no option for more than £15, because I might spend £16. And there's no time scale either. It doesn't say how much time do you spend using your mobile. How much do you spend using your mobile phone? It should say per month or per week. A better question is this one. Because I've included a time scale, I've included naught, I've included more than 30 in this case, and my option boxes don't overlap if you read them carefully. Next one, question 26. Work out the surface area of this one. First of all, calculate one side, so 5 times 5 is 25. You probably get 1 mark for that. A cube's got 6 sides, so I've multiplied it by 6, you get another mark for that. Probably get 2 marks for doing that actually, and you do get a mark here for putting the units on, so put down centimetres squared, that'll also get you an extra mark. Next one, batteries are sold in packets and boxes. Each packet contains 4, so I put 4p for 4 in a packet, and the box contains 20, so I put 20b. He buys some packets and some boxes, we don't know. Write down a formula for the total number of batteries, which is n, in terms of P and B. So it's 4P add 20B. And you can use that to work out how many batteries he buys. Last page. estimate a value for this. Estimate means don't give an exact answer. 31 I've rounded to 30, 4.92 I've rounded to 5, and 0.21 I've rounded to 0.2. Work out the top. So you got 150 divided by 0.2, and that is 750. It's quite a nasty sum, that, but if you remember, there's 5 0.2s going to 1. And you know how many 1s go to 150 because it's 150. So you just do basically times the 150 by 5. So it's 750. Expand the brackets. There you go. I've shown my workings. You multiply everything on the inside by everything on the outside. Don't forget it's a minus. Factorise that, so means put it into brackets. Take out the common factor, and as x is in both of these, so you put x on the outside, and then brackets. Well, x times x is x squared. X times minus 4 is minus 4x, so that's that one. And k is an integer such that it is greater or equal than, that's what that line means there, greater or equal than minus 1, but less than 3. So it could be minus 1, 0, 1 or 2. It can't be 3 because it says there it's less than 3. Well done, I hope you did well.